Hello everyone, my name is Jason. I am a channeler and I'm here for a daily dose of hope, day 312. So, nice to meet you and nice to see you again. What is a daily dose of hope? It's just that it is a daily dose of hope to help to keep you in that middle path between the two polarities that are happening on our planet. Everything seems to be very two-sided at the moment, and it's very charged energetically. But what we can do is we can find that line in the middle of the yin and yang symbol, and we can walk that line, and we don't have to be a part of all that stuff that's happening. We don't have to ignore it either. We can see it. Um, that was something that we were taught back, when I was growing up in the 80s. A lot of the New Age books in the New Age section of the bookstore, which that was a big one even in my rural area. But it was all about kind of love and light, ignoring all of the darkness. Don't look at it, just love and light, ignore everything that's happening around you, love, love, love. And, you know, that's a trap. It's always been a trap. You have to acknowledge that you also have both sides within you. Otherwise, you are living in an illusion. You are assuming that you're not. We come down here a part of this yin and yang universe. We're not perfect, and we are perfect, but we're not perfect within the system, and that's the whole point. And us realizing where we're judging people, where we're uh, where we're judging people, where we're attacking people in our mind. We might be a wonderful person and we're doing wonderful things, but in our mind we're thinking horrible thoughts, or we're cursing people out all the time in our minds. And that's the same thing as cursing them out in reality. It's exactly the same. It's energy. And so we have to deal with that shadow aspect in order to get to a balanced place. Otherwise, we have that shadow aspect. We think, oh, everything's great. And this is why they often say, why do bad things happen to good people? It's because possibly they're creating it in their mind, right? That all of the anger, all of the fear, all of the judgment is working in the background. And so so it's very important the reason I'm saying this is because in this yin and yang thing, we're supposed to look at it. We're not supposed to hide our face from it. No, I don't want to see anything that's happening. No, look at it. It's fine. Be able to see it and not be in it. Be able to see what's going on. It's all a story playing out. And how can this story affect you? Why would you be sad? Why would you be happy? Why would you be angry by anything that's happening around you? It's just a story. Okay, it's a story. And then you can choose how you want to feel about it. And maybe you don't have to feel anything. Because you have your own path. These stories are other paths that are going on, but you have your own thing. You have your own path. I know for me, my path was music. I love music. It's a meditative thing for me, which I finally realized after a long time. It's more for the actual meditative aspect that it has, the deep ability that it has to take you into deeper states, and all of these things is what fascinates me about music. But anyway, so that's my thing. I like music, okay. So maybe all the crazy things are happening in the world, but I'm still gonna practice my guitar. I'm still gonna write a song. It's not, it's like, okay, so the world may be falling apart, but it doesn't stop me from writing a song. Hey, I'm gonna write my song anyway. Because I've got my path here, So that's the idea, that we have our path, and we don't have to be swayed by all the crazy stuff that's going on around us. So just wanted to share that, and that's so nice to meet all of you, and nice to see you again. Um, just want to share a little bit about today. In my morning meditation, well, actually, when I first wake up this morning, I was called to go to this famous shrine in Japan. It's called the how would you say? So it's called the Atsuta Jingu, and in English we would say the Atsuta Shrine, I guess. And it's one of the three main shrines that are in Japan. It's a big one. And I like going there because they've got really good noodle shop there, right in the middle of it's just this huge forest, and then they've got a noodle shop there, and then they have the shrine. And the noodle shop is really good, and they have really good soft serve ice cream. It's the matcha is so good. Um, so TT Tracy say crazy good over here. That's great. Good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, so I think yeah, so I was called to go to this shrine. And recently I don't go to shrines anymore. I used to go to all the different temples and shrines just to feel the energy, but recently I realized that a lot of the times when I go there, my energy is like zapped. And so just like, you know, I just look from the outside and ooh, that looks interesting. I'm not going in there. Um but today I was called to go to this shrine. So, you know, um, so in my morning meditation, I was meditating, and then I got, um, oh, now I blank the word for it. They are the so-called imaginary animals that protect buildings. Gargoyles. Gargoyles? Hold on. What are they called? I can't remember now. Mythical creatures that protect. Well, I had it in my mind, and now I'm sorry, it's not there anymore. But you'll see gargoyles, I think is the word. You'll see them in old buildings. There'll be these like carvings of like gargoyles, and they're just like these kind of dragon-like creatures, and they look a bit scary. And so I was doing my meditation this morning, and then I noticed like in the corner of my eye there was like a gargoyle being sitting there, and he's kind of staring at me, and I thought, oh man, you know. And so he saw me seeing him, and he came over and said, hey, you know. And he was there to take energy, you know, because if you're generating a lot of light, then you know you're generating a lot of light, and it's like a moth to flame. All of these beings that can't really generate their own light, they're like, oh wow, free energy, you know. And he came over and he was trying to steal my energy, and you know, I told him, you know, go away, basically. But I was asking, you know, what he was there for, but it kind of got me to thinking about this idea of energy, right? So I could have, you know, given him energy, and then if you extend energy, if you give love, right? If he takes love, then it's gone. He doesn't understand the concept of love because he takes it and it will be taken from him. I was explaining this to him. You know, I don't think he was listening. He's like, whatever. This weird light dude is talking to me. But I was explaining it to him just to explain to myself. But that if you take the energy will be taken from you, and then he will live in this like constant loop of energy being taken from him, and he'll live in constant fear. I got to protect my energy, you know. But you know, if he had come and he just needed, you know, help or something like that, I could have extended the energy. And if I extend the energy to them, and it's a mutual exchange. I'm giving you energy, and so by me giving energy, I get back energy. And if he will start to get back energy too, it'll be an energy generator. But you know, tell that to a gargoyle, right? But that kind of, you know, was interesting to me, that idea. But so anyway, so I went to the big shrine today and had the delicious noodles. They have these flat noodles, really thick flat noodles. I'm not sure like what the Italian noodle would be called, but they're really good. And it's just amazing noodle soup. And so I had that, and then kind of walked around the shrines, and there's a whole bunch of different shrines. And TT Tracy, are they stuck? Can they be sent somewhere? Yeah, well, they're stuck by their own volition. It's their choice, you know. I just told him, you know, never come back here. Don't come back in my energy field. Um, so, yeah, he's stuck by his own choice, you know. And I didn't feel the feeling that I should send him away or transmute it. It felt like something just kind of let it be what it is. And so those situations, you just have to not judge it, but you have to kind of play it by ear and see what is the overall feeling, if you have any guidance for it. And my guidance is just kind of just let it go, let you know, protect your energy field, let that being get out, go away, you know, kind of thing. But then, so I was at the shrine today, and I was wondering why I was called. It was a really strong call. Like I usually don't get called like that. And I noticed it was really, really crowded there today too. It's just a normal Sunday. There's nothing special, but it was packed. So I think a lot of people were called too. And but so I was walking around the different shrines, and I remember I walked like closer to the main shrine, and I remember my kidney hurting a bit. I was like, oh man, this is not good. This is my energy was just taken. You see, in these shrines, um, there are many, many different shrines. It's what's the word? Um, the Shinto religion, right, is a religion, but it's just an acknowledgement of that there are many different spirits. They're like there's spirit of the rock and spirit of the air, and just like the kind of like a Native American idea. And so like there are these trees that are considered shrines. They're 1,000-year-old trees, and they are considered holy. And so it's an energetic center. From what I've learned is that it's a network. It's a portal. It's a very, very strong portal. And so there are many different um, beings that are around there. And so I went into that area, and so I was like, oh, and I'm still feeling it. I'm still feeling really tired out. But I think that was just a fluke kind of thing. It's just they're there, and that's why I don't like to go to those places. Um, but so I went in and I was seeing some different things, and then behind the main shrine, they always have a main shrine. The shrines are actually built in the same style as Solomon's temple or the Jewish temples, which is interesting too. Um, but so when you go behind the big shrine, there is a back entrance, and I've always found that that's more powerful than the front entrance. It's interesting, yeah. And when you go back there, I was kind of standing there, and I noticed that there are a whole bunch of people going in. And I saw this with my third eye, so not with my physical eye. When you see something with your third eye, it's a sense. You can see it. It's a visual sense, but you can't see it with these eyes. It's like you're looking. I can see them, but it's not. It's not actually these eyes. It's this eye. It's kind of hard to explain, but so all of these beings, they're kind of golden beings, like kind of human, like humanoid, but they're golden beings, and they're all lining up to go into the shrine. So something is going on. There was a big meeting that was going on, and that was pretty interesting. And then I kind of walked around the other part. So there's a tree that talked to me before, and this tree told me he told me to F off. Like, this is a dirty mouth tree, I mean, come on. But anyway, so that was just very interesting today. But I really, really, my energy is very, very, very drained from it. So I think and I have to do more channeling about this to figure out what it is. But I think um, I was there to hold the light, and it was a pretty intense. Whatever it was going was very intense. So on the surface, it looks like I'm just wandering around eating noodle soup and an ice cream. But there's so much going on. More going on. TT Tracy say, I think of the Gringotts from Harry Potter, protecting the dark team. I don't remember the Gringotts. I have to look them up. Gringotts. Are they, I guess they're like the gargoyles, right? Gringotts. Ah, yeah, the Gringotts. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these guys. I remember them. Uh, yeah. So that's all I wanted to share today. It was just kind of an interesting thing. There's something going on. There's something big that's happening energetically here, and I think that was the big meeting for it. And I imagine that many people were just called there to hold the light. There are many light workers there that were there just to be there and to hold the light and be the anchor for the light. So interesting stuff, right? But yeah, I haven't been this burnt out for a while. I was burnt out. But on the right side of things, my mustache is gone. It's gone. So, I woke up and it was gone. I don't know where it went. Yeah, just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to go into a channeling, and maybe I'm just going to ask about the energy. So, for example, what's going on there, the energy of that place, that shrine, that big shrine. And because it is on a big important ley line, and so whatever happens there affects all of the different ley lines throughout the planet. And yeah, let's just ask that, and then is this something? Is this something that's happening around the world, and how, just any details that they can tell us about it? So here you go. Greetings, we are Tiamat, and we are here, and we would like to field this question because this is a question that is close to our hearts. What is happening on your planet at this moment is, as the ascension, as all of your energies are rising and raising up, as that happens, there are less places for the shadows to hide. And so the shadows are trying their best to find a place to hide, to try to find a place where they can still be shadows within this rising dimension. And what we would say is that it is impossible, but they will not give up until the end. They will not give up. And so what this was a meeting to try to circumvent the energetic that is happening on the planet. They are trying energetically to affect the ley lines so that the energy on our planet will remain low, so that they can sustain, they can live here. Understand that as the frequency rises more and more, all things that are in the shadows have to be shown. The light has to be shown on them. And if they don't want the light to be shown on them, they cannot sustain, and they will not be able to exist on this plane anymore. They will have to choose to go to another plane. Well, it is not a choice. It will be made for them by their frequencies. And so that is what is happening. And so those who are actively working in the shadows have been having meetings throughout the world on all of the different ley lines, all of the different points on the ley lines, in order to try to change the portals so that the light will turn to the other side. You see, all of these portals have two sides. It is the three sides, you'd say. There's neutral, and there's shadow, and there's light. And it can be tuned, it can be charged either way, depending on who is charging it and how they are charging it. And they are attempting to charge it to the dark side, to charge it to the shadow side. But understand that they will fail. Understand that the dark is in the dark. And because they're in the dark, they don't really know what's going on. And in order for them to know what's really going on, they'd have to go to the light. But they want to remain in the shadow. And that is the dilemma in this third dimension. As everything is made of light, everything is made of love, even the dark is made of love, but they are in denial. They are in denial of that. And so in their denial, they are losing out on a lot of the information. And that is why these sorts of things will never succeed. They don't succeed because they are in the dark. But because they're in the dark, and they're very, very masterful in their ability to trick humans, in their ability to trick people who are not aware, that is their only power that they have. So if you are not aware of your emotions, you are not aware of where you are and what you're thinking, then it is easy for you to be tricked. But if you are aware, and that is what is happening on this planet, many of you are becoming aware of who you are, and aware of the voice in your heart, and aware of your energy. And once you become aware of it, then you cannot waver, and you don't waver, and you cannot be fooled, because that is all they have, is the ability to fool you. And once you stop being fooled, you are in that sense invincible. But that is what is happening on the planet at this moment. And yes, this being was there, as were many beings that were sent there, to anchor the light, to make sure that this energy does not reach the portal, that it does not have the ability to change any of the energy. So he was acting as an anchor for the energy, he was protecting the energy from going towards the shadow side. That is why he is so tired as well. He did quite a good job. On the surface, as he said, it seems as if he's just eating ice cream. But he will know by how tired he feels all of the work that he actually did. And all of you are doing. Now, this is the actual work of the light workers. You are holding the light. You are keeping the light. You are making sure that all of these machinations will never come to fruition by just being who you are. For example, for this being, just from him eating some soft serve ice cream on a nice winter day and saving a portal. Okay. All right. So TG Tracy says, yes, dark rats making their last effort to seize some power. Yeah, yeah. And to trick some people, right? Um, you said it's like their power source has been cut off. Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, if you think about it, it's always been cut off in that sense. Um, because they don't really have a power source. Their only power is taking energy from us, taking energy. Um, so, I mean, they do actually have power. Once they realize that they're loved, then they're just like, oh, I'm loved, you know. But many, wow, it's a complicated thing. There are many people who are trapped. Yeah, I think I would imagine most people are trapped. And, but so, yeah, but that's how it works too, I guess, right? Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna go into pocket of peace because I think we need a pocket of peace for this. All right, so this is a pocket of peace to send love and light and beautiful energy out into all of the ley lines throughout the planet, so that everyone is feeling their energy back. Everyone's got their energy because it's your energy. You know, you deserve it. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel right all day and just be able to be at peace and be able to do what you love without feeling sick or without feeling tired. You deserve that. That's your birthright. That's your energy. You don't. It doesn't need to be taken from you. Um, this is kind of, yeah. I won't go into that, but so let's do a pocket of peace to get back our energy and to get back the energy of the earth and send that love out there. So here we go. I'd like you to just imagine that you are. Let's imagine that you're just sitting somewhere out on the earth. You're sitting on this wonderful grassy plain, and it's a kind of a early summer day. And it's not too cold, not too hot. There's a gentle breeze and the sun's out, but it's not too bright on you. You can hear some birds around, and it's so nice, and you just feel so relaxed, and the earth just feels so grounding, and you feel like you're grounded, like you're okay. And then just this light comes in from the sun, and you feel it, this golden light, and it's just shining on you, and it just feels so good. You feel so warm, and it's like an energetic hug, and it just makes you feel so good. You feel like, wow, whew, I don't know what came over me before, but it's gone now. And I just feel like there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to regret. I just feel this unconditional love, like I'm loved unconditionally, like I feel it. I feel this energy from the universe, from source, from the creator. I just feel it. I'm loved no matter what I do, no matter where I go, no matter what I say, no matter what I think. I'm loved. See, the universe sees us not as these human beings, but it sees us as the love that we are. It sees us as we truly are, not these bodies, but it sees our pure hearts, and it sees that only, and it loves us so much, and it sees us how we truly are, and it feels so good to be seen that way. It feels so good to be unconditionally loved. There's nothing that you need to do to get this love. It's yours. It's been with you before you were born, after you're born, while you're living. It'll be with you after you leave this place. It's just always there because that's what you're made of. You're made of love. Good. And so this energy is starting to warm up your body, and you're starting to feel it just spreading out throughout from your heart into the rest of your body, and now it's just emanating from your body. It's just you're just glowing. If anyone could see you right now, they'd say, "Wow, my goodness, that guy's glowing." Or that woman is glowing, and this energy is so powerful, and it's just now it just wants to expand, and it's expanding out, and you can imagine it expanding into the ground first, into all of the ley lines, all of these beautiful energetic pathways throughout the earth, and we're just sending that out there. And it's traveling at the speed of love, which is the fastest speed available because it is the speed of truth. And it travels like that. And now it has traveled throughout all of the ley lines, throughout all of them. Every single ley line is filled with love right now. All of our love is just spreading out. And it's also going out now throughout all of the highways and all of the byways and all the energetic ways and all of the riverways and the skyways and the subways and any kind of way imaginable. We're sending it out into all of the electromagnetic waves that are around us as well. They're all love. We're changing everything into love, 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 love. Now, great. Now we've flipped the switch on all of this love now. It's changed now. The meter has gone all the way to love. It's gone all the way to 11 on the love meter. And look at that. You can see everyone around you. Look at them. Look in their eyes. And you can see they look like they just woke up from a deep, deep sleep. And they're saying, wow, I feel really good. I feel good now. I feel like, you know what? I can do this thing. I got this thing. None of these things can ever get me down because I'm made of love and I can never fall apart. I can never be down. I'm love. I am love incarnate. And you can see all the problems that you saw around you are getting so small because you're getting so big. And you see how small they were and you think, oh, well, look at those little problems. And instead of getting angry at the problems and stepping on them, you just kind of lightly step over them and say, oh, okay, wow, you guys got really small. And then you step over them and you say, I'm free. I'm free of these problems because I'm so much bigger than all of these problems. And then we're sending that energy out into all the stories of sadness, all the stories of fear, all the stories of anger. We're sending it out there and we're changing them all into love stories. So now when you turn on the news, when you turn on any kind of mass media, when you turn on any kind of social media, it's just love, 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 love. All the stories of fear are turning into stories of love, even though they're trying to tell the story of fear, and we're just turning it into love, into love, into love, into love. And even they who are trying to create this fear, saying, why am I talking about love? And we say, yeah, because we've sent love out, because the truth has come into town, and it has come to town. And look at that. Look how wonderful the world can be if we're all just in love, doing what we love to do. All right. So that's Pocket of Peace for day 312. Hey, Ellen, nice to see you again. Or nice to, yeah, thank you, welcome. And so I hope you guys are all hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow, if all works well, right? So ciao for now. And as they say in Okinawa, go beach.